So it's about a week since the last design change, or the last design adjustment or update, etc. And I documented that in a video, which I'll link to right here, where I talk about setting up these long compost rings that flank on either side of the main incoming compost area. And it's kind of amazing to see that within 1 week, so I'm adding in the stuff that the chickens aren't eating, the lemon rinds, the onion peels, pineapple tops, etc. I'm seeing huge carpets of buckwheat and wheat starting to come up. And the fact that the chickens aren't getting in this ring is telling me that this area is ready for the next phase of design, which is for me to add a whole bunch of red wiggler worms in various pockets throughout this. And then this way, as I'm filtering the compost and sending in the stuff the chickens don't want, this entire thing becomes a vermicompost bin that the chickens can then harvest the worms as they get close enough to the edges. So it's kind of cool to see that within a week, the basic layout and theme and theory of this is working out. What's interesting is that right now I'm seeing there are two key limiting factors in this system that I'm seeing as of this week. And they're both pretty interesting. The first is that having access to the local organic co-op food waste stream is proving that the chickens are having more food than they can keep up with. This is a new issue as of about a week ago, so it means that we need to bring in less food here. Because basically I dumped out a whole bunch of this stuff yesterday, and they're working through it, but a lot of these chickens are just taking naps throughout the day. I think they're eating more than they need. And so we could easily get into a situation where there's too much of this, there's too much nitrogen, and then it starts smelling. And unless I'm adding tons of wood chips, that can be an issue. So that's an interesting problem to have, is basically we need to dial back the amount of food that's coming in for a little bit so that the chickens can catch up. The other thing that was interesting is in the last video, at the end of the video, I show a shot of dumping out sprouted grains for the chickens. And I thought it would be cool for folks to see. So again, the raw food compost is coming, the raw food compost and garden waste is coming in at the top of this, and then I and my wife and the chickens turn this down slope. And so that bucket of sprouts from a week ago is now this, which I think is a really beautiful example of what these chickens have access to. So there are roots all throughout this, and I've shown this in other videos, but I still find it pretty remarkable. It's almost like alchemy to have these dried seeds that normally most chickens get in the form of like crushed up and cracked dust that mixed in with this compost and the food scraps. That's a really, and it's very warm. This is probably about 90 degrees, 100 degrees. And there you go, the earthworms are already starting to settle in here. So by having these big rings around, the likelihood is that we can really increase the earthworm and red wiggler population and have them eating that. So, long-winded update, but the rings, this long ring idea seems to be working well early on. These will keep filling throughout the season and make for a windbreak and an insulation for this whole channel in here. The other issue that we have is the amount of compost that's ready to go to the garden is coming faster than I can get it to the garden. So we have too much food and too much compost, too many trucks. But those are the issues that we're dealing with right now. So I'm going to spend some time and get about 20 or 30 wheelbarrow loads of compost out of here so that we can tumble this down and make room for fresh food scraps coming in. So overall the chickens seem really happy, and I'm really pleased with the basics of this system. So we'll just keep updating as we go along. Thanks.